You know what sounds really good right now, Damon?
Going to sleep?
Punching Kamoshida in the face! But I guess we'll go to bed.
Don't we start every episode like this?
I suppose so. We're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm the Opinionator.
And I'm We Squared. Hey, this don't make any damn sense.
But you are We Squared.
Shut up! The principal and even the parents know about the abuse?
Yeah, if you guys saw the last episode, there was a rant and it was angry.
Why ain't anybody speaking up?
They're afraid of Kamoshida.
That can't be the only thing keeping both the principal and the parents quiet, though.
I'm telling you, it's because it produces results. You know, like that,
unacceptable.
That kind of cynical drive that you get in Japan for your children. It's not like it's really like this, but a stereotype kind of exists because there's a degree of truth to it.
Gotcha.
So like the idea of forcing their children to succeed at all costs, this by being a national level high school athlete, that kind of opens some doors for the future and makes them look good on a resume and stuff like that because you are national level. And I'm sure even some of the students think like that too. I'm telling you, it's got to be about that.
It's basically because Kamoshida made the volleyball team famous, yeah?
Well, that is a shorter way of saying what I just did, yes.
Even so, that don't give him the right to do whatever he wants. Also, have you noticed the black line in the background connecting their... Like, when you make a response, it'll move over to your side.
That's really neat. Like, kind of aesthetically, visually interesting. I like that.
He's beating kids up, and all they're allowed to do is endure. And that follower of his doesn't give one single shit.
I don't know about that. I mean, what follower, but he's talking about Ann. Or Ann, or Een, or Own, or whatever.
And Takamaki. You met her in the courtyard, remember? You should know her. I mean, she's in your class, dude. She sits in front of you. She has a completely distinct character model.
I complained about this last time. Yes, I know who Takamaki is.
Ugh, what a load of bull. I can't let it end like this. I'm gonna try and find someone who knows about what's going on with Kamoshida during break tomorrow.
You know, if you think about it, texting with a guy like Jirou is pretty interesting, because he doesn't really say too much back, does he?
Just you watch. I ain't giving up.
I suppose I'm kind of like that. I barf out all kinds of stuff in text messages, and, like, the other person is just generally, like, briefly responding to me. Texting habits, whatever. Sleep.
Did you see Mr. Kamoshida play yesterday? He was so awesome! I think I might ask for his autograph after school.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. I hear that you shouldn't go near the PE faculty office. What the heck? There's even rumors about this? People say you can hear weird sounds like screaming even though no one's there.
What? That's probably just a rumor spread by fans to scare the competition. What if that's like the focal point of the palace?
Maybe. Don't use a cell phone in class if you're a student. Ugh! I mean, I'm a fuddy-duddy, alright? But don't do it!
So about witnesses. I was wondering if we could get something out of Takamaki.
Since he's with Kamoshida?
No, that ain't why.
No, that seems like the perfect reason.
Just hear me out.
I am?
You know how we didn't get a thing out of the volleyball team?
I hadn't noticed.
I figured it'd be a good idea to talk to someone who knows them. Takamaki's BFF with the starter, a girl named Suzui. I tried to talk to that girl during break, but I got nothing.
Well, nobody will talk to you or me, so...
That's why we should have Takamaki talk to her. Then again, I guess it'll be hard getting her to help us. Sorry, let me see what else I can come up with.
Don't do this during class, man. You got grades. I plan on getting really good grades and studying a whole lot, so don't be an idiot.
I'm surprised you didn't get caught having your phone out in class.
Yeah, and I'd be the one who would get in trouble for texting during class.
Oh, contacting your drug dealer?
Shouldn't we be heading to volleyball? Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
That bruise above your eye. Is that from practice, too? Yeah.
It's like, look at her expression.
Yeah.
There's bags under. Oh my god.
And that really looks painful.
They all look in so much pain.
Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I mean, they're really selling this about how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay. Volleyball's the only thing I can do right.
Are those her words or Kamoshida's words?
Probably Kamoshida's words.
Yeah.
I mean, when there's like an abusive relationship, it's all about power over the other person.
Like a prison of words that they can't escape from.
And emotions.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you take that?
Well, it's Kamoshida.
Probably.
It's probably just my part-time job,
Oh.
I think.
Well, she's a model.
Oh yeah,
we
I've
found-
forgotten that.
Yeah, we found that out from some students a while back.
Yeah.
I should get going.
Shiho, are you sure you're okay?
I think the answer is no, but she'll never say it like that.
Uh-huh.
You can't take what they're saying seriously because they're not themselves.
Yes, exactly.
They've been broken. Eyes down.
Yes. Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good.
I mean, she can't be dating Kamoshida. Not if she knows stuff like this.
No, but remember, Kamoshida's probably the source of all these rumors.
Yeah, it might be just like that.
Because of how he views her in his palace.
I hadn't thought about that. No, I think you're right. It's not that they're dating, it's that he wants that to happen, so...
He's creating rumors to create pressure.
Yeah.
And
Sorry. Bye.
like with Ryuji. Ryuji's not a violent punk.
But of course, it all came from Kamoshida that it is, and everybody listens to what he says and does what he says. She surely hates him more than anybody else.
Wasn't that Takamaki?
Rumor has it she's dating Kamoshida.
My God, we just talked about this just like that.
I am the prophet.
Seriously?
I heard people saw them in his car together.
You know, she seems pretty easy, huh? Think I have a chance to?
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
Can we kill them?
I love this school.
What is it?
Oh, I'm in the way, aren't I? Sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
Huh?
Oh no, it's totally my fault. I shouldn't have been spacing out like that. Huh, you don't look familiar. Could you be that transfer student from Class D?
Man, I want to make a gag, but...
Right. This might not be any of my business, but don't let the rumors get to you, okay?
I think it's fair to say that it is your business, and no, I flatly refuse. Oh, that's the rumors she's talking about.
Yeah, the rumors about him. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, forget that. You're awesome, Shiho. Thanks. You rock. They don't bother me.
Yeah,
much.
She didn't try and ostracize him instantly.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I thought I was talking about volleyball.
My best friend is often misunderstood too, all because of her looks. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to drag on like that.
Then I'll...
Anyway, I have to go to practice. I'll see you around.
She doesn't seem like she'd be a national level volleyball athlete, but, I mean, she is.
That's what they say.
No, she has to be. Kamoshida isn't out there playing in the matches.
Damn it. What the hell?
That's why he's so hard on her, because she's good at volleyball. What does he do? What does he know? What does he like? Volleyball.
Oh, I thought he was just trying to, like, say that so that he would have a reason to give her special lessons.
No, I think it's because she's so
she
good
was
at
good
volleyball.
since middle school.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Did you find someone?
Is that what it looks like?
No need to get snippy.
All of them kept saying the same shit Mishima was talking about. Kamoshida had to have told him something. At this rate, looks like we'll have to go to him directly.
This is not the way to approach this, but I don't know what is. There's no point.
I know. But seriously, isn't there something we can do?
Look, we're gonna take him down.
Oh yeah, totally.
No way I'm gonna give in like this.
Nor
Can you
should
think
you.
of anything?
How about a sneak attack?
Oh, that'd be fine if we could do it without getting caught, but if we did, we'd be seriously done for.
I mean, he kind of did it to you when he broke your leg, man.
Seriously.
But what I meant, I don't know about what Jirou meant, but what I meant about sneak attack is take the castle.
Yeah, yeah,
Come
exactly.
on, guys.
You got any other ideas?
Really?
I can't believe it hasn't happened yet, but the way that they're going on about this, this will just get brushed aside.
This will get brushed aside because no one is going to back them up. Everyone's going to deny it, regardless of the bruises and all the other physical evidence. We've already seen that these cops aren't necessarily trustworthy.
Right, considering what happened with Politician Man and
Yeah.
the SIU director who's clearly involved with that.
Yeah.
Well,
So you want to tell them about the castle? They'd never believe us. Have any other ideas?
take the castle.
What do we do?
Yes!
Punish the king.
Yes!
The king? You mean that otherworld's Kamoshida? I didn't think of that, but...
If nothing else, it'd be cathartic.
Yeah, we'll gain some levels.
Yeah!
And get some spending money.
Ooh.
I get to keep it all. You don't get any, Ryuji.
Is there
Oh.
any meaning to...
I finally found you.
Whoa!
Come on. Come on, kitty.
Yes!
Yeah!
You are totally a cat!
You say something?
All right. Obligatory Trails of Cold Steel talking cat. There we go.
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
That voice. Is that you, Morgana?
He's not completely slow. He recognized the voice.
Do you know any other talking cats?
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
Man, I wanted a cat portrait.
Right?
The cat's talking?
Dude, you just realized it was Morgana's voice. Ah.
I am not a cat. This is just what happened when I came to this world. It was a lot of trouble finding you two.
Wait, you came to our world?
Ryuji!
Does that mean you've got a phone?
Oh my god!
You don't need one when you're at my level. I did get pretty lost making my escape, though.
I love that the cat is actually talking and having expressions like the cat on the
Yeah.
table, not just Morgana.
Yeah, the lip flap on
Yeah,
Morgana
yeah,
the
and
kitty.
the eye shifty.
Yeah.
That aside, why can you talk? You're a cat!
How should I know?
This is amazing.
You hearing this too?
That's the best answer to that. How
Yeah.
could I know? But I
Oh.
can. Meow?
This is no time to be joking around!
When there's a talking cat, it is every time to be joking around.
You guys are having a rough time of this, I heard you mention something about witnesses.
Oh, shut up!
You know,
Nice!
I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida.
That sounds good. What do you got,
You were
kitty?
pretty close just a moment ago.
I'll give you some Temptations brand cat treats if you do.
God, that condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be more good.
Are you the slowest?
Yes,
The dullest tool in the shed.
yes, yes.
You were still doubting me?
I love the meows over his head when he talks.
And this is kind of like the whole Yosuke Teddy back and
Yeah,
forth that they
yeah.
always had. So this time it's the Ryuji Morgana back and forth. But stuff like that works every time.
God, quiet down!
You're a cat that talks. If other people see you talking, what do we do then? That's the way he was saying it, you know?
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Quick, Morgana, hide in my backpack!
We've been receiving distressing calls that a cat has managed to infiltrate Shujin High School. It is our duty as the disciplinary committee to find the cat and expel it, or give it an entrance exam.
Only students can attend the
Make
school.
sure you check every nook and cranny around.
Hop in the bag. Come on, hop in the bag.
Does that mean only us two can understand what you're saying?
Looks like it.
What the hell's going on? Anyways, what you were talking about earlier, is it for real?
You're quite the skeptic for being an idiot.
Tell us more. Then again, this probably ain't the best place. Here, stick it in your bag for now.
What'd
Just
they say?
fit.
Hey! How dare you treat me like...
Like a cat?
Right?
Jeez, we're cooperating. We're gonna do what you want.
Don't be so rough with me.
Enough of that. You said you know how we can do something about Kamoshida, right?
So now the rumors are gonna start. Those guys, they're really crazy and evil, but they do like cats.
It has to do with what this guy was talking about earlier. You'll need to attack his castle.
And destroy
What do you
it.
mean?
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen too. I mean, destroying it?
Yeah.
That castle is how Kamoshida views this school. He doesn't realize what happens in there, but it's deeply connected to the depths of his heart. Thus, if the castle disappears, it would naturally impact the real Kamoshida.
In
Huh.
what way? We don't know.
Well, he did confess to it all, so maybe it's a way of like guilting him, like sort of confronting him with his own darkness. Maybe? I don't know. That seems kind of a reach, actually.
Yeah, we'll see.
What had happened?
I mean, all we can do is just throw a bunch of stuff on the wall. Maybe some of it'll stick.
Right?
A palace is a manifestation of a person's distorted desires. So, if that castle were no more,
It can't be so simple as actually getting rid of the person's distorted desires, though.
I don't know. Maybe it is that simple. It's a cognitive world.
You might be right, but that just... His desires would go too, but I kind of don't really... Well, you tell me. You know this stuff. I don't.
precisely.
Right?
You sure pick up things fast.
Ha ha ha.
But how does he know for sure? Has he ever done it?
For real? He's gonna turn good?
That's a good question. Teddy knew a bunch of stuff, but didn't really know how.
That's true, but Morgana apparently is a real person, or so he says, which is totally the opposite of what Teddy said.
Yeah.
Then again, Morgana could have been around like 200 years ago or
Yeah.
something.
But is that really getting back at him?
But it solves all the problems.
But
You don't need to get back at him if he's not going to do anything anymore, but that does seem so cheap.
that
I'm sure it'll be more complicated than this.
it has to be. It can't just be like defeating his evil, because one, that does not like negate what he did. That
But-
evil was a part of him to begin with.
Yes, the thing that gets me is what that would establish, if this is the case, exactly as Morgana says, it would establish the precedent that there are no consequences for your actions.
Yeah.
If you behave badly, even criminally, don't worry, someone else other than you can make all your problems go away.
Yeah.
And I don't think this game is going to go in that
Probably
direction.
not.
Erasing a palace essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart. However, even though their warped wants disappear, the crimes they committed remain.
We'll see how it really goes.
Yeah.
Even if it does go like this, if it's executed well,
Yeah, if
then
it's
it'll work.
executed well.
Then it'll work just fine. Because execution is, in my opinion, the most important thing, far more important than originality or creativity.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
Kamoshida will become unable to bear the weight of those crimes, and he'll confess them himself.
So it's like guilting them into surrendering.
You for real? That's possible?
As long as he actually faces the consequences.
Yeah.
Like reawakening his conscience. And
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
accept not being punished.
Distortions. What if he didn't start out this bad, but because of his proximity to the school, it made him worse?
The castle came from Kamoshida. Kamoshida didn't come from
Right,
the
but
castle.
we're not sure where the castles come from originally, you know what I mean?
Those distorted desires. Like, he created the castle
Right, no,
from his desires. And what you said earlier, even if the desires were distorted and it's made it worse and worse and worse and worse, they come from the fact that
Oh
those
no, I know.
desires were
I
originally there.
I wasn't trying to alleviate the initial desires, but like, what if that's what? We don't know. We don't have enough. We
Okay,
don't have enough
you're right.
information
We'll
to
just
really
drop it
continue
from
that.
here.
And since the palace will no longer exist, he'll forget what we did there as well.
He doesn't know what you do there anyway.
Not only will we be able to bring Kamoshida down, but there won't even be a trace of our involvement.
But there wasn't going... Who was gonna find out?
The metaverse police?
That's amazing! You are one incredible cat!
True. Except for the cat part.
Stop calling me a cat! Meow!
I wish my cat talked.
So, how do we get rid of the palace?
By stealing the treasure held within.
Aha!
There we go.
Thieves!
Stealing?
I'll tell you more once you agree to go ahead with this. It's my most valuable secret plan, after all.
And I guess Morgana wanted to get revenge on Kamoshida too. For more personal reasons.
Yeah, I mean, he was
You want to help me out?
tortured there
I'll
too.
gladly teach you. What's your call?
Our luck's running dry looking for witnesses. Guess we have no choice but to go along.
There's no other way.
Oh, right. There's one more thing I should tell you.
That's why we see it as meow. Because only they can understand him.
Hey, yeah, that's
So to
why
us,
we get
it's
the...
a meow, yeah.
So it's like there's a cat.
Yeah.
Must be an irritating cat.
If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well.
I don't like that phrasing.
Yeah, same
Just
here.
seems like we're
Desires
brainwashing
are
them.
what we all need in order to survive. The will to sleep, eat, fall in love. Those sorts of things.
What are you getting at?
So does it kill their desires? Saya, the prosecutor, seemed to kind of indicate that
Something bad happened to them.
like it might kill them, which would actually, I think that would be an appropriate way of resolving it without me thinking it's cheesy.
Yeah.
That's actually awful, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's worse
Yeah.
than just them suddenly going, "Oh, I am cleansed of my evil thoughts now. I am a good person. I shall donate all of my wealth to charity."
What are you getting at?
If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely. They may even die if they're not given proper care. So,
They might die.
will you listen to everything I have to say first?
Yeah, Damon.
I was waiting. Although, it is interesting how we keep talking about what they're about to say.
We've just played these kinds of games far too long.
Would their death be our fault?
Aren't you determined enough to face those kinds of risks?
I mean, that is murder, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think?
I mean, I don't want to kill him.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Even Ryuji doesn't want to kill him.
I come all this way and this is what I get.
No,
It's not like
Yeah.
anyone will ever find out.
that is not acceptable.
That's
Exactly.
not the point.
So how do you do this without killing them?
If we just go around secretly doing whatever we want, we'd be no
Yeah.
better than that effing Kamoshida.
Now, to be fair, Morgana said if they don't get the right care, they could die.
Yeah.
But that's
It's like vegetative state, you know?
that's still too much.
Yeah.
Isn't this your only option? I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
No, you need to sell it to me in a way that makes me get on board with this.
There's something he's not saying.
Of course there is.
Man, we're getting all worked up for nothing. Damn it. I'll try and see if I can figure out another way. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh my gosh! You mean I get to walk around? Clearly not.
Hey, I heard something that got my attention. About that Suzui girl. Looks like rumors are going around about her and Kamoshida. If they're true, it's no wonder I couldn't get her to talk. Still, something about that doesn't seem right.
Do you know something?
It's nothing so clear-cut, but I've known Takamaki and Suzui since middle school. There's just no way Kamoshida's their type, you know?
That makes sense.
So, I gotta wonder where those rumors come from.
As we said earlier, we have already figured this out.
Well, whatever. I'll try asking around some more.
Hello? Goodbye. I was really hoping there'd be something in there.
Hey, buddy, you wanna buy a watch?
Yeah, I do actually. Can I spend my money?
It's that weird guy that just stands around people listening to them.
Dang, you pegged me! I saw that news transfer student hanging out with Sakamoto-kun. The two of them are so scary.
He doesn't look like the kind of guy who'd have a criminal record. Maybe he's one of those.
One of theirs? What on earth is one of theirs?
Oh, you know, one of theirs. You know, the people in those accidents. Maybe he suddenly freaks out and attacks people.
I don't know why anybody thinks I'm gonna do anything like that. I don't think so. He's just been coming to school. Actually, he almost seems normal. And from what I hear, after you have a psychotic breakdown, you go brain dead and die right there. I saw it on YouTube. It's gotta be true.
Oh my god.
Was that a compliment that I just got or not?
Kind of.
Cool. My first one. Oh, what do you got?
So, I wonder how the accidents tie into the distorted palaces.
Probably the overall plot.
Will you please give it a rest? I told you, I'm not feeling up to it.
Must be pestering her on the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher?
I still just can't believe how he gets away with this.
This has nothing to do with Shiho.
What do you mean?
I run into this kind of BS all the time, in my youth anyway.
Yeah, I guess so. That could be some interesting stories, but I guess now really isn't the time.
No. Oh my god.
Shiho's starting position.
So if she doesn't do what he wants, he's just gonna throw
Yep.
her off the team, or I mean, at least not let her start. That's something that's really important to her best friend. So she is basically become a hostage.
Yes, that is correct. You better freaking.
So we're in this together, okay?
Yes.
Right?
Were you listening?
I'm really good at listening because when I walk around, I assume this practice pose of eavesdropping. I kind of want to say I was eavesdropping, but
Yeah, right.
this actually is the truth, not on purpose.
Haven't you heard of privacy?
In a public place?
You know, thinking about it, a silent protagonist doesn't say much, so you naturally spend a lot of time listening, right?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Is that like the wrong kind of logic that I should be using?
I agree with it.
No, I was out of line. Sorry.
No worries.
Tell me about your problems.
Oh, she wiped a tear.
I know.
So, how much did you hear?
Something about a...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best
Yes.
way to say it. Something
Yes.
about a friend.
Shiho. It's nothing at all.
No. We need to have a talk. Okay, this is a talk that you will not be opposed to.
Nothing.
You need to press her. After her! That is the opposite of what I recommended.
But somewhere around here, right?
You know, despite the overall positive vibes of this picture, the shadow people holding hands is still really creepy.
You know, you're absolutely right. Speaking of which, I mean, not that this is creepy or anything. I knew it's disappointing, but I'm getting tired of stopping every episode in Gino's room and starting every episode in Gino's room, so we're gonna be done now. How about that? We broke away from the mold. Yeah!
What now? Bro man?